This video was just a few bad decisions away from being a peanut butter and jelly tutorial.
Vlog every damn day.
Hello Jermeethians, since it is still freezing freaking cold, I have decided that I'm going to review something along those same lines. Today, for any of you guys who don't follow any J-pop, I apologize. I'm going to be reviewing Smilage single Samui Ne. That didn't come out proper in English. None of any of my speech is right today, so that's fine. This is just going to be a thing that happens. I need to preface this whole video that I do not normally listen to Smilage because I do not like the range of their voices usually. I'm not usually a huge fan of that really high-pitched singing that they do, and it's to no fault of their own. They can all sing very well. It's just I do not like that kind of music, and it's not the style that I generally go for. I tend to go for those mature kind of sounds, and this one was very mature for me. Was very different than the last single that I reviewed from Smilage, which was Chotomate Kudasai, which I still only remember. Chotomate Kudasai, that's the only thing that I remember from that entire song. I was gonna review Dot Bikini, but no. So Samui Ne is the 12th single by Smilage, and I am slowly remembering their names. I'm so glad that they were color-coded because that helped me a whole lot. I love the electric piano sound of the entire song. I think that was the thing that really hooked me into the whole song in the first place, because usually Smilage sounds like very generic Hello Project songs that Sunku kind of just took off the back burner that he was going to give to other groups but then threw it to them, and I feel like this one was a little more original sounding, and I liked that it sounded different from other things than I've heard. The color-coded costumes, while they were very helpful to me and they were very cute, the only thing that really pulled me away from them and from the mood of the song was the weird tails that were coming off of them with the hearts on them. Granted, they were very cute, but I didn't feel like this was a appropriate song for those weird tail heart things, and it was odd to me. But the costumes were really cute. They looked like they were almost like jackets on the top, but then you get lower and it's like those plasticky kind of materials that Sunku likes to throw in his videos a lot. And it had big like plasticky bows on it, and there were colors on the bottom, and like these, I don't even know what they were like patches that were down on the skirts, and I couldn't tell what they were, but they looked like faces. Either way, the whole costume in general were very cute, and I appreciated them. This music video had no dance segment, and that was something that was very different to me, is that I usually don't see videos like that where there's not at least a small dance break, and there wasn't, which almost made me happy because I like seeing story progression in a video rather than seeing like a music video. There was, however, a second scene where the girls were in like these white dress kind of things where they were like taking off necklaces and looking at them, and then they were also standing at what looked like a window pane and looking out. That was a really cool effect to me because they had lights that were being projected onto it, or at least falling down, and it almost looked like snow, and I thought that was really cool because it kind of added to that effect of the song. It really set the tone for me that this is a cold song, and it put me in that mood of it's cold. I think that each one of the girls sounded fantastic. I am slowly, as I listen to them more and more, I'm loving certain girls, and other ones I'm like, they're not my favorite, but I don't mind them. I think they all sing very smoothly. The only one that I was not really a huge fan of is Wada Ayaka. That's the one from P-Berry, and I'm starting to realize why she was chosen to hang out with Riho in that song, because they have the same vocal range, and it's not that Wada sings bad. She sings much better than Riho. I will give her that. But it's just the way that she sings is like, it's a little bit too much up here, and I feel like in this song all the girls normally sing up in their noses, but they kind of drop down a little bit from that, and I feel like Wada was the only one that was still singing high up in her nose. I feel like the girl that looks like Ivan, what is her name? Fukuda. Her. I feel like Fukuda still sang a little bit high and a little bit more in her nose, but it wasn't as much as Wada, and maybe that's just me overanalyzing it because the song was a little bit processed. I feel like Wada just like sang a little bit too far up and really stood out in the not the best way. That being said though, I don't think she sang bad. My favorite girl by far in this entire group is Akari, And I think I said that in the last Smilage video that I reviewed because I just like her aura and her presence and the way she sings and the way she presents herself. I like how much deeper her voice is compared to the other girls. And again, that's a voice that I tend to pull out from other ones, and that's the one that I tend to draw to, which is probably why I like Gaki so much, because that is the timbre of her voice, is she sings much deeper than everyone else. And I think I just really appreciate her in the group. The girl in the green, her name is Mamie, right? I really liked her in the song. I liked the notes that she had. They kind of came out a little bit raspy to me, but not in a bad way. It was like in a really cool, like mysterious, like it was very cool the way that she was singing, and I feel like she stood out in a very good way in this video. And I noticed that she was giving a lot of sultry like side glances to the camera and kind of smirking with half of her face and kind of like up-downing the camera. And I thought that was very interesting because none of the other girls were really doing that. They were kind of going for a very sad look, and she was kind of going for a little bit sultry. So I'm curious to know how she will progress in the group, and when the group eventually does mature and they're into more mature songs, that maybe she might be the member that like does the sexy stuff. Vocally, I think she stood out too, but it wasn't in like a, oh my gosh, you sing so great. It was just like a, wow, that's a really different sound from everything else that I'm hearing from the rest of this. Kana and Rina really progressed for me. When I first saw Smilage, I kind of thought they stood out in kind of like a wonky way, as they just kind of looked awkward. They didn't really stand out very well. It's kind of a weird way to explain it because I don't listen to them a lot. I don't really follow them closely, but the two of them really kind of stood out in a slightly awkward way the last time I saw them. And I feel like they are still a little bit awkward turtle, but I feel like they were really trying to convey the emotions of the song, and I think that they conveyed them very well and in their own little quirky way, and I appreciated them in the video. I liked the structure of the song. The way that the song was structured is that the two main leads had the first part, and then all the girls had the middle piece, and then the two main leads plus everyone else got the end. I liked the way that the lines trickled down, is that it went from the leads to everyone else, and then the leads and everyone else. So it wasn't just like this clear progression of leads, lead, mix in a couple girls here and there, and we're done. So for the Samui Ne single, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10 because I liked the whole thing. I think really the only thing that just pulled me out of it was Wada's voice, and I feel like if she would have sang just a little bit lower, I think I would have appreciated the whole song a little bit better. For the music video, I'm gonna give it another solid 9 out of 10, and the only reason for that is that those weird heart tail things just really pulled me out of the video and kind of made me like, whoa, why is that there? So that has been my review of Smilage Samui Ne. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys think of this single down below. If you would like me to specifically review anything, let me know and I will do that for you. And I will see you guys all tomorrow with another video. Peace out. Demos.